What is good, everybody? It's 2026, so I wanted to give a little bit of a gear breakdown here, rig rundown, so to speak, for the year of the equipment that I'm using for my videos here on the channel, as well as for my client work. So first up is obviously the camera. Main guy right here is the Canon R. Typically, I'll have my Sigma 24-70 on here. It's pretty much my go-to lens for everything. Very versatile. Definitely recommend looking into a 24-70. It doesn't have to be a Sigma or a Canon. There's definitely some good quality, more affordable options out there, but I just love Sigma glass. I'll also have a variable ND filter on there for when I'm out doing events that are typically outdoors. If I'm not outdoors and I'm doing something indoors, portrait shoot, indoor event, something like that, then I'll put either nothing on here, or I'll have a black mist filter on here to kind of give a nice little hazy effect, a little warm effect for my images. Also have a small rig cage on here for when I'm doing video work. I can put my monitor on here, as well as my microphone if I'm going to use just an external mic here. And that's pretty much it on the main camera. Second up is the Sony a6000. So this was the camera that I initially upgraded to after my Rebel T3 many years ago. I still have it. It's a very good camera. It's fine. And it's because of the small profile that it has, I can easily just throw it into a bag when I'm going out with the family. Easy to take some shots, and it's a little bit more discreet than busting this guy out. So I will bring this around with me, typically on the go, along with my cell phone, of course, but typically this to get some shots of the family, things like that. I'll either have the Canon 50mm on here, the Nifty 50. Awesome lens for the price. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one. Or if you're just getting into photography, definitely pick up one of these guys here. Very affordable, and the images that come out of it are fantastic. If I don't have this on, I will throw my Sigma 30mm on there. I'll also use that in conjunction with the R as well. Portrait shoots a lot with this. It's just a very, very good lens, very good prime lens. Definitely recommend that. Of course, variable ND on there as well for when I'm doing some work. All right, and next up, the GoPro. I think this is the GoPro Black 12, I think. But use this a lot for kind of behind the scenes stuff. If I'm going to mount something in the car, I'd rather just mount this because it's small, it's light. You can shoot log in it, so color grading is seamless, pretty much. So I'll grab this for that type of thing. Vacations too, I don't have to really worry about it. If it gets dropped, knocked around, I can go in the water with it. So definitely love this guy as it's kind of a backup behind the scenes. Like I said, it comes good in a pinch. All right, and something that I think is underrated and a lot of people probably should get and needs to make a comeback are these little camcorders. So this was gifted to me, I don't know, over a decade ago, I think, from my parents. But this is a great little camcorder. I use it to film my daughter playing, if we're out at the playground, around the house, in the backyard, just kind of create some memories. Not on my cell phone, something that's kind of on something external from the cell phone. I think it's just great to be able to have something recorded not on your cell phone. It's on an SD card. I can upload it to the cloud. I can upload it to a external hard drive, kind of various redundancies, and always have that footage. So definitely love this guy. All right, and what I mainly use for these shots here, which I'm not using right now because I'm actually using my cell phone to record this, is this tripod here. So this is a newer kind of travel tripod. It is pretty sturdy. It's not bad. And I typically use it here in the office / home studio to do these talking head type of shots. And you'll sit right there, light above me here, and we'll do the talking head, and comes in handy. All right, now on to microphones. So obviously sound is very important, and for most of my video work that I'm doing for the channel here, I'm using these newer CM28 lapel mics here, or lav mics, however you want to call it. So when I'm doing voiceover work, as far as mics go, I will actually bust out this guy here. It is the Blue mic. It is a pretty awesome mic. The sound quality on here is superb. I'll use it for voiceovers if I'm on Zoom meetings, things like that. The sound quality is fantastic. So definitely recommend picking up one of these, or any sort of actual proper mic when you're doing voiceover work, or even talking head stuff too. That works as well, but definitely recommend this guy. So moving on to lighting. So when doing events or anything that's in a poorly lit area, you obviously have to have some sort of artificial lighting so that you can illuminate what the subject that you're shooting. So I have the Godox TT350 here that I'll throw onto the camera, and it works out great. Battery life sometimes isn't awesome on it, so I am changing batteries quite a bit, but that might be most flashes out there. But definitely recommend this, and if you're going to be doing any sort of events that are inside, you're going to have a flash, so get comfortable using them. When I'm doing some video work in an area that's not well lit, I will use this Ulanzi light here. This VL120, it's an RGB light. It works pretty well, pretty bright, as you can see. And I'll also use it to kind of throw behind me when I'm doing some work in the office here, or if I'm doing some videos, I'll have it as kind of like a separation light, so you can get some depth of field behind me. It's a great light, has a lot of different colors, obviously being RGB. Definitely recommend picking up one of these. And moving on to headphones. So whenever I'm editing video, I always will plug in headphones to my Mac, and what I'm using are these Audio Technicas here. They're excellent. They're not exactly noise canceling, but they're over ears, so it kind of cancels out noise to a degree. But the sound that comes out of here is great. It's awesome for the work that I do on my client videos, on my videos for the channel here. So definitely recommend these guys here, or any sort of over-the-ear headphones when you're doing your audio work for your videos. All right, and how do I lug all this stuff around? So I use, and have been using for a while, the Lowepro. So this is kind of the OG bag, but I've had this probably for a good I don't know, 7-8 years now or so, maybe longer than that, and it's durable. It's gone through several festivals, music festivals, when I used to shoot music. It's gotten wet and it's done very, very, very well. So I haven't really seen the need to get a new one. So that's what I usually carry around with me. I also have a Pelican case as well, depending on what I'm doing. But this is the guy that I'm mainly carrying around. And as far as lighting in the home office here or studio, so right now I am using a newer light above me here. But when I'm doing when I need additional lighting, or if I'm doing some product photography work, I need flash, I have the Godox MS300V here. And I have a newer lid on here as well. And this does very, very well. The light output of it, it's not really a constant light. It's a strobe. It's really more meant for flash, but it does have a constant light on it. And it's okay. It's not terribly bright, but gets the job done. But it's definitely something that's affordable. If you're doing any sort of product photography, things like that, this is definitely something to consider picking up. All right, and there you have it. So that is my gear rundown for 2026, the gear that I am utilizing the most. I do have a bunch of other gear, but it's kind of on a use case basis, so didn't think I would need to bring that out right now. But that's essentially the rundown for this year. Things might change over time, but let me know what you think about the gear. Let me know what you're using. Drop that in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.